good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. How are you doing? I pray all is well tonight. I am your girl Yo-Yo, and I am here. Thank you, Jesus. I look a little rough because I'm tired. I had a little procedure yesterday, and my neck is a little sore. So I'm not going to be before you long. I need to go take some medicine and lay down because I do have a flight to catch tomorrow morning. Always something. Anyway, we're going to start off with your Did You Know in Black History. Otis Frank Boykin was born in August 1920. He was an American inventor and engineer. His inventions included electrical resistors, was used in computing, missile guidance, which they still use today to launch missiles, and pacemakers. Yes, pacemakers that people put in their bodies was invented by a Black man. In 1946, he studied at the Illinois Institute of Technology, dropped out after 2 years. However, he started his inventions and got over 26 devices patented. 26, y'all. He got 26 devices patented in that time. Can you believe it? That is your Did You Know in Black History. Yes, we are some inventors and some creators. Well, we was going to on our journey back to womanhood and stuff, but I want to take a step back because we got the verdict for Derek Chauvin. And I wanted to talk to you all about this. I got mixed signals when talking to people about this case. Some people say he didn't get enough time. Some people couldn't believe that he got 22.5 years. Well, listen, this is my thought in it. This is how I feel when it comes to that. We got something, right? George Floyd's brother said it the best. It's not going to bring him back. It's not going to justify, the loss. Hey, Jackie. Is not going to do that. However, we got something. We got 22 and a half years. Now, my dad, y'all know me and my dad be going at it. He was like, he couldn't, first of all, he said he wasn't going to get no time. So when they came down with a verdict, I was like, Daddy, I told you they was going to give him some time. He was going to get some time because the whole entire world saw this. The entire world seen this, and you couldn't hide it. You couldn't deny it, right? So now that he got 22 and a half years, here goes my dad again. Well, he ain't going to do no time, Yomi. He ain't going to stop. What say ye? Do you think he's going to do some time? I said, even though it's considered state jail time, he has to do at least 10 years, 10 to 15 years. If I'm right, say so. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I believe it's like he has to do at least 10 to 15 years on this. But he is also facing federal charges. So not only does he have this charge, he's facing federal charges as a hate crime. That can add more time to his sentence. But we have to wait and see. Now, let's talk about the other officers involved in the case. They haven't stood trial yet. We're still waiting for them to go in front of the people of their peers to see what might be the outcome of this whole entire thing. Now, again, talking to my daddy, he was like, they may not get the same amount of time that Chauvin would get because they really didn't murder George Floyd. However, there was 2 officers on his back, and I cannot for the life of me remember their names. I don't know which one was which that was on their back. Two other officers was actually kneeling on his back, and Derek Chauvin was on his neck. The black officer who is in this thing with them, they're charging him because he didn't stop it. He did tell Derek Chauvin to get off of his neck, but that's all he did and avoided helping George Floyd. Now, talking over it with my dad and a few other people, I feel he's just as guilty. Why? Because he should have pushed all of them off. Now, what I heard was because Derek Chauvin was his superior, he did not want. Okay, all right. Jamar said that he had to do 85% of 22.5 years. I don't know what that is, child. That's like 17 years? 17, 15 years, something like that. So he's gonna do some time. But let me go back to the black officer who told Derek Chauvin to get off of his neck, but didn't remove him, didn't do anything, just stood around. From my understanding, Chauvin was his superior officer, so he did not want to have a interaction or anything with his superior officer. Hey, Dizala. But I say this to say that I don't care who you are. Wrong is wrong and right is right. If I'm wrong, tell me so, y'all. Holla at your girl. I don't know everything. But I told my girlfriend and my dad, I said, but regardless of him being a superior officer, if that was wrong and I was in that situation, I believe I would have pushed him off and would have dealt with the consequences of getting written up, whatever. But it's no way that I could have stood by and allowed that to happen. So for me, he should be charged with murder too, or something, because you stood around. Now, you might not have had your knee on his back or on his neck, but you did not stop the action. I have no idea, honey. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they might say or do with the other people that are actually going to stand trial for this murder. But all I know is something has to give. Now, what's the lady name? Amy Geiger. She got 10 years for killing Lord, I can't think. It just went completely blank. The young man in the apartment, and she got 15 years. However, she got 10 years, but she's only going to do 5 of the 10, right? But I believe she's going to get out, or she got out soon already, or is getting out soon. Either way, nothing is going to bring these people back, but I believe it's a one-up because we got something, right? We got some kind of justice. When before, police officers was killing us left and right and nothing. They weren't even getting indicted. They weren't even getting charged. They weren't even getting I'm sorry, y'all, my dog's sitting right there looking at me. Anything. So this to me is a step up. Now, is it going to keep going? Who knows? Because I still haven't heard anything of the officer that killed that 16-year-old back in May. Nothing. He hasn't even been brought up on charges. I haven't heard anything about the officers who killed Breonna Taylor, even though they said they were re-looking into the case. So we have a long way to go, but we got something out of it. Is letting these police officers know. Now, let me say this because I don't want people to think that I am not for the police. My cousin just retired after 20 plus years from the NYPD. I have a plethora of friends that are actually police officers. I love police officers, right? Some are bad, some are good. That's just like people. Some people are good, some people are bad. But we have to wean out these bad apples that are making it hard for the good ones to do their job. So as long as we are helping and not hindering them, I believe we can do it. Now, my thing is police reform, right? If you train these officers correctly, not just, listen, I was in the military, and I think was, you sit in front of a computer, you read some stuff, or you just click, 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 and you get a certificate at the end. No, they really need to be trained on how to de-escalate a situation, or have a mental health professional somewhere in the vicinity to help them with these people. Because a lot of these people that are dying have some kind of mental problem. Not all, but some, right? So why can't we train our officers better? Because George Floyd did not need to die that way. I don't know what it was with him. Devon in Virginia Beach did not need to be shot down by someone who had a vendetta against a cop who had a vendetta against him since high school or college. All this is too much, and I believe that we need to start better training our officers, better equipping them. What's wrong with a taser? But I was also told by a police officer friend of mine that they are taught, though, to shoot to kill, not to shoot to wound. But my thing is, what do you have a taser for if you are out here shooting to kill? The taser is supposed to immobilize the person to keep them from doing anything crazy, right? Yes. So, all that off of this case of George Floyd, Derek Chauvin, I believe we have come so far, and he's gotten what he deserved for murdering someone in the limelight of thousands, millions, 100 millions of people. The whole world sat and saw this man do this. And for the other two officers that sat on his back, they may not get the 22 years, but they need to get something. And I'm all for justice. All for the justice. Like I said, I wasn't going to be before you long. I'm about to go put my stuff on my neck over this wound that I got, take my medicine, and finish packing, because my flight leaves at 5:45 in the morning. So I wanted just to talk to you all about that and say thank you so much for being on here with me. Thank you for the support and the love. I will see you all next week, and we will be talking back on womanhood. Okay? Love you. Good night. Video.